to another episode of the Learn English Talk podcast. I'm Mia, and I'm so happy you're here with us today. Thank you so much for joining. And hey, before we start, don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and share it with a friend who is also learning English. Your support helps our podcast grow, and we really appreciate it.
Hi guys, I'm Jake, and yes, we're so happy to have you here. Today we have a super useful topic, one that you will need every time you travel, every time you make plans, every time you talk to someone in English. Today we're going to learn how to tell the time in English. It's simple, it's fun, and with the phrases we teach you today, you will sound confident and natural.
Exactly. And of course, we will teach everything slowly, step by step, with real examples, real conversations, and clear explanations. It's important to learn not only how to say the time, but also how to understand the time when someone else says it. Sometimes people speak fast, sometimes they use different expressions, sometimes they say time in a more casual or more formal way. But don't worry, because today we will practice all of that.
And before we jump in, Mia, can I share something funny? I remember when I first learned another language, I would always panic when someone asked me, "What time is it?" I knew the numbers, I knew the basics, but I always got nervous. I would freeze. It felt like a big challenge.
Yes, me too. I think every language learner experiences that. Telling the time feels simple, but in real conversations, it can feel stressful. But that's only until you practice. And that's what we're going to do today. Practice, repeat, and make everything feel natural for you.
So let's start with the basics. In English, to ask the time, we usually say, "What time is it?" Very simple. Repeat with us. What time is it? Great. Another common way is, "Do you have the time?" or "Can you tell me the time?" But the easiest and most common is, "What time is it?"
Perfect. Now, to tell the time, you need to know two simple patterns. Pattern one is the easy one. You just say the hour plus the minutes. For example, it's 3:20. It's 7:50. It's 9:05. This is direct, simple, and very common in American English.
Yes. And don't worry if you see a zero in the minutes. If the time is 9:05, you say 9:05. That O is like the letter O. Very natural. So again, 9:05 is 9:05. 8:03 is 8:03.
Now, for pattern two, we have the expressions past and to. These are more common in British English, but people around the world also use them. For example, 3:10 can be 10 past 3, and 3:50 can be 10 to 4. But don't worry, we will practice all of these today.
Great. Before we continue, let's warm up with numbers because telling the time requires strong number skills. Let's go from 1 to 12. Repeat after us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. These are the hours on a traditional clock.
Nice. Now, let's practice some minutes. Repeat after us. 15, 20, 25, 30, 40, 45, 50. Great. These are very common minute values when telling time.
Perfect. Now that you are comfortable, let's start with the simple structure. It's plus hour plus minutes. We'll give examples and you can repeat. Ready? It's 4:20. It's 6:30. It's 10:15. It's 8:55. It's 12:40. Very good.
And now let's go into everyday situations because we want you to learn English that you can use today, right now. Imagine you are making plans with a friend.
Yes, let's create a mini dialogue.
I'll pretend to be the friend, and Jake will be you, the learner.
Okay, let's go.
What time do you want to meet?
Let's meet at 6:30.
Great. See you at 6:30.
Very natural, very simple. Notice the use of at. We always say at when talking about the time. At 6, at 9:15, at 3 o'clock. So the structure is at plus the time.
Great point. And speaking of o'clock, this is very common for exact hours. For example, 7 o'clock is 7 o'clock. 5 o'clock is 5 o'clock. Repeat after us. 7 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 1 o'clock. Perfect. Now let's practice with AM and PM. In English, AM is for morning, PM is for afternoon and evening. But we don't use AM and PM in casual spoken English all the time. Often the context tells the listener what period of the day you mean.
For example, if you say, I have a meeting at 9, people will understand if it's morning or evening, depending on the situation. But if you need to be clear, then you say 9 a.m. or 9 p.m. Repeat, 9 a.m., 9 p.m. Perfect. Now let's practice with another mini dialogue.
Jake, what time is your English class?
It's at 9 a.m.
And what time does it finish?
It finishes at 10:30.
Perfect. And what time do you have lunch?
I have lunch at 12:30.
Very nice. See? Simple, practical, natural.
Now let's improve your skill even more with the past and to expressions. They can sound confusing at first, but they're actually very logical. Past means the minutes after the hour. For example, 3:10 is 10 past 3. 4:20 is 20 past 4. 5:25 is 25 past 5.
And 2 is the minutes before the next hour. For example, 3:50 is 10 to 4 because it's 10 minutes before 4. 6:45 is 15 to 7. Or you can say a quarter to 7, which is also very common.
Quarter means 15 minutes. So 15 minutes past is quarter past. And 15 minutes before is quarter to. Repeat with us. Quarter past 6. Quarter to 9.
Great. Now let's practice with examples. I'll say the digital time and Jake will say the British style time. I say 5:15,
Quarter past 5.
7:45,
Quarter to 8.
2:20,
20 past 2.
9:50.
10 to 10.
Good. Now let's make a short conversation using these expressions.
What time does the movie start?
It starts at 8:15.
And what time do we need to leave home?
We need to leave at 20 to 8.
Oh, nice. That gives us time to get snacks.
Yes, definitely. And a seat with a good view.
Perfect. Now, let's talk about different ways people tell time casually. For example, in everyday English, many people say half past for 30 minutes. So 7:30 is half past 7. Repeat, half past 7.
But you can also say 7:30. Both are correct. Use whichever feels more natural for you.
Another useful phrase is around. When you don't know the exact time or when you want to speak in a general way, you can say around 5, around 7:30, around 9. Repeat, around 9.
And what about saying the time with in the morning, in the afternoon, and at night? For example, I wake up at 7 in the morning. I study at 3 in the afternoon. I go to bed at 11 at night. These phrases make your speech more natural.
Let's practice with a short conversation. What time do you wake up?
I wake up at 6 in the morning.
And what time do you start work?
I start work at 9.
And what time do you finish?
I finish at 5 in the afternoon.
Very natural. Now, let's do a little challenge. I will say a situation, and you think about what you would say. Situation 1. You have a doctor's appointment at 2:30 p.m. How do you say that?
My appointment is at 2:30 p.m.
Perfect. Situation 2. Your flight leaves at 11:45 a.m.
My flight leaves at 11:45 a.m.
Nice. Situation 3. Your favorite show starts at 8 p.m.
My show starts at 8 p.m. Easy.
See? You're learning fast. Now, let's talk about clocks. A digital clock shows the numbers directly. For example, 4:20, 9:15, 10:50. Very simple to read. An analog clock has hands. An hour hand, a minute hand, and sometimes a second hand. When the hand is pointing at different positions, that's how you know the time.
Exactly. On an analog clock, the big hand shows the minutes. If it's on the 3, that's 15 minutes. If it's on the 6, that's 30 minutes. If it's on the 9, that's 45 minutes. And the small hand shows the hour.
Let's imagine an analog clock. The big hand is on the 12 and the small hand is on the 4. That is 4 o'clock. Simple, right? If the big hand is on the 6 and the small hand is between 4 and 5, that is 4:30 or 4:30.
Perfect. Now let's practice with both American and British styles. Let's do a game. I say the time, Jake translates to both versions. 7:30.
American style, 7:30. British style, 7:30.
6:15.
American style, 6:15. British style, 6:15.
8:45.
American style, 8:45. British style, 8:45.
1:05.
American style, 1:05. British style, 1:05.
Excellent. Now let's practice real-life scenarios, because this is the best way to learn.
Scenario 1. Making a reservation.
Hello, I'd like to make a reservation for 2 people.
Sure. What time?
At 7:30, please.
Perfect. See you at 7:30.
Easy and natural.
Scenario 2. Asking for the time on the street.
Excuse me, what time is it?
It's 4:15.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Scenario 3. Talking about your daily routine.
I wake up at 7 o'clock. I start work at 9. I have lunch at 1. I go home at 6:30 and I go to bed at 11.
This type of conversation is super common and great for practicing. Now let's give you some common mistakes learners make so you avoid them. Mistake 1, saying in instead of at. For example, I start school in 9 is incorrect. You say, I start school at 9.
Mistake 2, forgetting AM and PM in situations where it's necessary. If you say, I have a meeting at 7, it can be confusing. So say 7 a.m. or 7 p.m.
Mistake 3, mixing the hour and the minutes. Remember, hour first, then minutes. For example, 5:20, not 25.
Great! Now let's continue practicing with a long dialogue so you really get used to listening to time in English.
Hey Jake, what time is your flight tomorrow?
It's at 10:30 in the morning.
Nice. What time are you leaving home?
I'm leaving at 8:10. It takes around 40 minutes to get to the airport.
And what time do you arrive at your destination?
Around 2 p.m.
Cool. And what time is the hotel check-in?
Check-in starts at 3 o'clock.
Perfect planning.
Now, another example, asking about store hours.
Excuse me, what time do you open?
We opened at 9 a.m.
And what time do you close?
We close at 6 p.m.
Very useful for traveling. Now, let's add everyday vocabulary related to time. Morning, afternoon, evening, night, noon, midnight. Repeat. Morning, afternoon, evening, night.
Noon means 12 p.m. Midnight means 12 a.m. Very simple.
Let's make a long storytelling scene to help you hear time in context. So imagine it's Saturday morning. You wake up at 7 o'clock. You have breakfast at 7:30. At 9, you meet a friend for coffee. The coffee shop opens at 8, but you arrive at 9. You talk until 10:15. At 10:30, you take a bus to the mall. You shop until 1. At 1:15, you have lunch. After lunch, you go home at around 3.
Then, at 4, you watch a movie. The movie starts at 4:15 and ends at 6. At 6:45, you have dinner with your family. At 8:30, you watch a show. And at 11, you go to bed.
This is how we naturally talk about times in daily life.
Now, let's do a final recap. To ask the time, what time is it? To say the time, it's plus hour plus minutes. For exact hours, o'clock. For minutes after the hour, past. For minutes before the hour, to. For 15 minutes, quarter. For 30 minutes, half past. Use at for time at 7. Use AM and PM for clarity.
And that's it. You now know how to tell the time in English like a pro. The best way to improve is practice. Look at a clock during your day and say the time in English. Look at your phone, at your watch, at a bus schedule. Say the time out loud. This will make everything feel natural.
Thank you so much for joining us today. We hope this episode helped you understand time in English in a simple and fun way.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video to support our podcast.
And of course, come back tomorrow for a new episode. We post every day.
See you next time, everyone.
Bye.